Duce, and I'm at the shop normally at this time, but I am starting to go live twice a day as much as I can because we got a lot of work to do. One of the things I got to get done is get my reels spooled back up from me down spooling it. That's all the line that's going on one of my 80 Avids right there. We have been getting a lot more subscribers on the channel asking questions, which is good, but it helps if you actually watch the video, guys. A lot of times we tell you exactly what we're working on and stuff like that, but if you're just asking questions off the thumbnail, that really doesn't help us, help you, because if you just ask that, it definitely, you're not asking the right question. So right here, I've got, like I said, my 80 Avid 2-speed. This is one of the first 80 Avid 2-speeds in purple to hit the state of Texas, which is pretty awesome. At the time, they were only selling the blue, gold, silver. That's it. They were only selling 3 colors: blue, gold, and silver. And then I got my reel in after I caught my world record tiger, and it was part of a sponsorship, for us doing what we did with the tiger, because we released it, and it was pretty awesome. 12'6", and now that was just a stepping stone for many more great catches at that point. So one is I finally learned how to fight a big old shark, and it's really a whole change in dynamic of thought processes of what your reel, your line can handle, and you really don't learn it. It can't really be explained until you hit a big shark that pulls 500 to 600 yards of line off the reel at one time, and you really start working that drag, and the line capacity, weight, all comes into play. And so it is definitely a different kind of mentality at that point. And then when you catch something bigger than that eats salmon for breakfast, it's pretty insane. It really is. So, ooh, that's not the needle. All right, but I gotta go blow my nose again. These allergies are crazy. So I've already had the anaconda knot tied on there from when I originally set it, and there's no reason for me to move it because it hasn't slipped, hasn't moved. But what I'm going to take it to the next level, so that way in future reference, y'all can check this out. I get a magic marker and I actually will mark a line across it, and what it does is it allows us to see that the line ain't slipping on the spool. So that way the guys that are new to the channel will understand why we tie the anaconda knot. Alright, and yes, I'm still having problems with the YouTube channel and being able to go live with a another person. I just tried to do it live this morning. It did not allow me to. So I'm gonna send another email to that crew of guys that are supposedly working on this, and it kind of got me angry yesterday because they said, well, since you haven't responded, I said, that's all I've been doing is responding. Like, you ain't fixing anything. So that's when I sent that bad deal that it ain't fixed, and I just don't understand what else I'm supposed to do. If they want me to run a channel on here, they need to be able to do their job and get it fixed so that way it runs the way it's supposed to be run, and I don't have these issues of worrying about that. All right, guys, so this is 130 pound, and this is Jerry Brown. I've had it on there since 2012. I've had it on there that long, and it is still rocking and rolling. So we're going to be rolling it, and that is another portion of why we use the hollow core braid, because it doesn't deteriorate on the spool, and it allows us to keep maintaining our line capacity. So we got MB, John, Toby. Who else is on here? Let me go back through. Henry, HP, what's up? Edgar, Ray, Hustle, Steve, Zach. Yeah, what's up, gents? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Good morning, good morning. So I've also been going through the comments pretty much every day. I don't know how much time I spend, but last night, I spent about 2 hours going through the comments and answering them, and I'm trying to teach myself a more efficient way to do it, of answering all the comments on there. So I think it is working. I'm getting a little faster, but like I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't catch it sooner on that. But you know, we all got to learn somehow. So let's see. Let's do this. I'm trying to get it to where the spool's not there, and for some reason, let's see, hold on. There we go. Let's see if this works. A little bit better of an angle. Let's see. See what happened. What I miss? Hold on. We got a good hammer the other week. They're on a 50 wide, like 50-yard drop. Almost dumped the reel, but hollow core had some real estate. Yes, sir. Oh, shoot. Dang it. Oh, wow. See, and I've been hearing that people are catching big sharks up close, like 50 yards out, 100 yards out, you know. And it's definitely timing, guys. It really is, because we ran baits this weekend, and if y'all seen the videos, there's 2 racks that we were rolling, and there was a time we had anywhere from 18 to 22 baits ran at one time, and we're talking cast outs to just past casting distance to just over the next bar. Like we flooded the whole area with baits, all kinds. And I mean, cownos, blackfin tuna, blue runners, barracuda, southern stingray, jack crevalle, skipjack, whiting. We put everything out there. And that one area, all it was small pup sharks. So it was definitely insane the amount of bait we had out there in that time period, and for us not to turn a click. So we moved further down, and as we were moving down, y'all saw the video where my buddy was releasing a 11-foot hammer. It was 11 foot plus. I don't remember the exact measurement, but he ended up winning second place in the tournament for that hammer. And we kind of caught video of him pulling the hammer back in the water, And we would have gotten off and helped had we gotten there, you know, a few minutes prior, but didn't. And he got it back in the water, and it was just him and his wife. Pretty insane, yep. Yeah, I've actually had the same thing happen to me, pop straps, and that actually happened in that tournament in Galveston when we were on Crystal Beach out there, where I caught the 8-foot 6 lemon, and so all I had was the fighting plate, and I was holding the 130, cranking and fighting the shark at the same time, just using the plate itself. So maybe time to finally replace his whole system. But man, they did go up in price. They really did. And actually, I don't think I have to replace the whole system. I just got to replace this end over here where they have all of this. So, yeah. But just to give you an idea, that's 400 yards, 130 on this reel right there. So I'm rocking it. MB, try jumping on an 11-foot hammer. I did that one time when the hammer was in front of us, and it turned around literally right in front of me and came behind me. And when it came behind me, my buddy was behind me, and it was going straight for him. So I jumped on the back dorsal area, you know, towards the head. I jumped on it, and we were in deep enough water where my body weight on top of the shark grounded it for that split second for him to move out of the way so he wouldn't get bit. So, yeah. Damn, y'all were definitely on the fish, that's for sure. You had that many. We did have a double hookup as well, as y'all are about to see in the video today. It's going live today about 12, the third and final video, and it'll show you how crazy it can get while fighting a big fish down beach with a bunch of rods in the water. That's 700 yards right there, and we're about 3/4 of an inch of spool exposure right there. It's crazy too, the way the flying gaffs have changed in their dynamic of the bends on them. Instead of it being a round bend, they'll have that like square shape. So it's pretty crazy. Yeah, I've not had the opportunity to hit a mako yet, but it's coming. So we're at 900 yards, and we took off about 1/4 of an inch of where we were on the last one. So, yeah, man. All right. So I hit the first splice right there, and I'm at 990 yards right there. I got it on my phone. I started keeping track of this so that way I can refer back to it by using my phone when I'm out there fishing. And let's see. There we go. All right. Patriot 80. We got purple 80. Got yellow 900, and then we got white next. Let's see where we go with this one. And this is another reason why I do the hollow core splice, because right here, when we get to these areas where we add in braid, this is one of the main reasons why I switched over to hollow core, because now there's my connection point, guys. There is no more knot. It's nice and smooth, so it goes through the rollers or your guides. Real simple and easy. You don't have to worry about it running back and forth and wearing down and or losing its strength after a while. It's a very impressive knowledge right there. So I'm gonna go and get that on there. Now we'll keep it going. Let's see, what are my comments at? Oh, there we go. Oh, nice. How big was the sandbar? And where were y'all fishing at, MB? And you know what? I forgot who it was that said a really good deal. And I think I am going to probably with the secondary channel is post up the long videos that are pretty much unedited, like raw form, for the guys that like the long videos, because he had a really good point, and it really it stuck with me throughout, when I was editing my comments and stuff like that. He was saying that, at a later date when, I'm gone or whatever, that my kids, if they ever want to spend time with me or whatever, they could go to the YouTube channel and play those videos, the long videos where, we're out there lollygagging, talking crap to each other, just being on the beach, being ourselves for that time period. So that was a very, very, wow. I mean, that really, really stuck with me. So I'm actually, I've got a second channel that I already have there, and I hadn't really concentrated on it, but I think that's what I'm going to start doing, is start using it as my, not a photo dump or video dump, but a area where I can put these long videos in there where I'm just out there kayaking. And if it's 3 hours of just me straight out on the water, I'm going to post it. And that way y'all can really understand too the amount of work that was put in during these time periods of us fishing and being out there. So it is, yeah. I think it's a great idea for that notion. So, all right, we'll keep it going. Oh, okay, so you were in Florida. All right. Very nice. Now I can understand the 50-yard drop. But they were doing that here in Texas, which is crazy. Like, and again, too, it's always, well, I do this, I do that. That's awesome, man. It's perfect timing for you, but it don't always work. Don't always work, but keep trying it. You never know when that day will be the day that it pays off. And that's why we spread our baits out when we're dropping baits. We don't just concentrate, oh, we heard they're hitting at the 50 yards or 100 yards, so we dump everything to 50 to 100 yards. And, you got to test the waters, guys. You really do. So we're at 1,200 yards there. I've got about a half an inch of spool exposure. And this is where, right around the 1,500 yard mark is where we'll start really piling on the line and stuff like that. So here we go. That was a splice right there. Another splice right there. Coming up on 1,400. That's 1,400 yards right there, and we're still going. and a lot of dried up salt right there for sure. What is that? Got a bunch of twists in the line? Yep, sure is. Bunch of twists. But it's not the whole, it's just that small section. That normally happens if we get, comes with seaweed that tie up two lines and stuff like that. It does become a crazy. Alright, so there's our next color change, and that was right at like 1,540 yards. So let me go and put that in my phone. White. And then we have chartreuse. Alright, there we go. What's up, 4Life? How you doing, boss? How big was the bull? We got a pretty good one during the tournament, so y'all will see it in the video. Like I said, right around noon it should be going up. I'm trying to post as heavy as I did before. We were doing two longs, two lives, and a short or two during the day. We were really putting out a lot of videos at that time. So, ooh, that was a knot. Hold on. I just feel that. Yep. So when I was coming back on the kayak, I normally tend to rock my line. Did I already pull it off? Yes, I did. Hold on. There it is. I normally, excuse me, my allergies are really crazy this morning. I normally will ride my line in, and if I find a fray, what I'll do is I'll do a loop knot, which is a blood knot, in my line. And when we were out there, I guess they went ahead and cut off the loop. So that's a fast way for me, being on the kayak, to tie up a line, to make sure that if I pick up a fish on the way, while it's sitting out there, that I can at least have a fighting chance. So that's one way. I mean, if you're using solid braid, you can do the same thing. However, with solid braid, you cannot do what I'm going to do next, and that is splicing the hollow core braid into itself, so that way now I can get rid of that knot, because later when seaweed gets crazy here in the state of Texas, don't have to worry about that line, that seaweed or debris piling up on your line and taking you out, because it will do that. This will be a snag point for anything sliding up on your line, and will cause your lines to start to drift, because of the amount of water weight and the seaweed weight is crazy. Like, we've caught thousands of pounds of seaweed and drug it in, and man, it was so bad, literally, that even when you cut the line and just try to pull the line through, if you stand on one end of about 30 to 40 feet of seaweed, you're not going to be able to pull the line through the seaweed. It will create enough grip that you can't do it. So what you got to do is, like, every 5 to 6 foot after you got your cut end off, you pick the seaweed up in between there, break into it to get to the braid, and then you basically work it out 5 to 6 foot at a time. I'm gonna be honest, guys, there was times when I was just so done with it that we end up having to take, once we cut that our leaders off, found our leaders, because it was so bad in there. And normally when it came in, it was in islands. I mean, huge islands. And basically they would knock all the lines together, and as it rolled in the surf and rolled up onto the beach, because we passed out and didn't see it till hours later, we would find all of our lines twisted up. So there was no There was salvaging if you wanted to waste X amount of hours doing it, but at that time we were so done with the trip, we ended up cutting that area off, and literally we had to pick up those several hundred. I mean, we shook off what we could of the seaweed, but sometimes we would take a knife and just cut the seaweed off of the braided line, and tow in the braided line and throw it away. That's all we would do. It was, you would lose a lot of yardage, but again, too, we were able to salvage the rest of the line on the reel and splice in, and that's why you'll see a bunch of different color changes on the reels like that right here, which for us it's fine, because now if you remember all those splices, you can remember, okay, I'm 500 yards out, I've got X amount of yards of line left on the reel, and those color changes will help you. So that's also what gave us the idea to start using the different colors of braids, say at every 500 yard increments. So I'll have 4 or 5 colors on a reel intentionally, so that way when they're kayaking out baits or they're hooked up to a big monster, they can say, I got 1,000 yards left, I got 500 yards left, and that's some serious mental notes that will help you ensure that your fishing is at the top of its game. Oh, I bet you that made your heart sink, MB, when something like little like that goes. I mean, it's major, but God, yeah. Nope, there's another one. Yep, there you go. So, yeah, no, the splices are amazing. It's so simple how they hold, and they really, 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 really work. So, yes, sir. Okay, hold on. I saw him release it, but didn't talk to him. I originally stopped because he had a jet ski out there. I asked him, here's how releasing it back in the water. Okay. Camilo, what's up, boss? How you doing? I'm sitting here trying to get these reels done because I need them for this weekend's tournament. And I definitely, I don't want what happened to my buddy to happen to me, when I'm hooked up to a big old monster, because you see, it happens. It really does. You keep enough baits in the water, you're going to catch enough big sharks. And, for the guys that are out there all the time, of course, you're going to have a lot of numbers because you keep putting bait in the water. You're not going to catch anything if you're sitting on your couch, guys. Just a heads up. Well, Johnny, that's a cool thing that your buddy saw you do that when you spliced the line, because now you made him a believer in what the hollow core can do and offer. So yeah, that is I mean, to tell you all the truth, guys, that is the single most efficient and best way to show somebody is when you do it. And yeah, you can do it here all day in the shop, but put it in real life, experiences or stories that they are a part of is the ultimate way to show them, hey man, this stuff really works. And so for us, besides going out there and going fishing, you see us doing it every day here at the shop. And then also too, by putting in the behind the scenes of going through my reels and making sure that they are good to go is another way. Because then you'll see the next fishing trip, I hook up, I land, or win a tournament, and hey man, that really took out them 2 or 3 splices with. You can see the whole circle of life of a fishing reel and the line on it. MB, I do have to admit the same thing, boss. It's getting to the point that, having some good friends that have the same motivation or more motivation to help you get back out there. I do have to admit, I'm not as mad at them as I used to be. And it's funny, I was never mad. I had that motivation to get out there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But also, too, is when I didn't have a family. I didn't have a house. I didn't have so many other things in there. Ooh, that felt nasty right there. All right, so feels really rough right up in there. Oh, look at that. Right there. That looked like a bad burn. Should have already came around. Where is it? There it is. Yeah. There you go. Can y'all see that? The amount of frayness or whatever. So I'm also looking up here on the spool. And you can see all of that area is trashed right there. Right there. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go and cut this top end off and replace it. I'd rather do that than have to do 50 different splices to fix it. So even though I'm throwing away that top end, I'm at 1,918 yards. So this will ensure that I'm good to go for the next tournament. And there's still some line on there. You can see the inner spool right here and then the top end. So there's several hundred yards of line on there, but I'm also on a time restraint too, guys, so I don't really have the time to sit there and go through it all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the spool, leave it there, and after this weekend I got time, I'm going to go through it and see what I can salvage out of it, you know, just in case we need it for something else, you know what I mean? So, 130 purple, go orange. There we go. We go 130 in orange. We got the tight line 12 strand, and let's see. I know I got 130 in Cortland too. Hold on. That, or we already spooled it all off on a customer. That must have happened with Jeff, so I'm definitely gonna have to talk to him. I don't see the color. We had the pink, the green, purple. I don't see it. It's 130. I see the 3 spools for the 100-pound, and the seafoam, the purple, and the pink. It was orange. That's right. 130 in orange. And I don't see it anywhere. So I'm definitely gonna have to talk to Jeff to find out if he spooled that all off, so that way I can reorder that line. Because that was, yeah, I don't like not being without the colors that we already have in here, and especially if they sold that much that fast. So yeah. Let's see. So there's 29 of y'all watching. I only got 12 thumbs up. Man, bad class. Let's see. Droning baits does have its advantages, guys. It really does, man. But again, too, you know, it can really, like, I am talking to a lot of guys that have drones, have been droning, and, you know, it is definitely, you know, something to weigh in on, because not only do you hear the good things, you know, of not having to get on the kayak, not having to battle the waves or wind and this and that, and you can get multiple baits out in an extremely fast time, but you also have to weigh in the portion where that drone craps out on you and you lose, you know, $1,500, $2,500 in a matter of seconds. So, you know, it is something that, you know, it has its ups and downs. It's not a perfect fix all answer to getting baits out. It really isn't. But at the same time, neither is jet skiing, neither is, you know, putting a kayak. Not a single one of them has its perfect, it's a fix all kind of deal, guys. It really isn't. Even the guys with Zodiacs have issues and stuff like that. And, you know, it really does. You got to weigh it out to see which one you're okay with. And if you go that route, you know, so it really does. But you also got to be prepared for a total loss. You know what I mean? That is something that, if you're going to go with drones, you got to be prepared for that type of loss right there and stuff like that. So, hold on. Hello. Yes. Yes, I know. It's been a few weeks that y'all have had them ready. I've been so busy, I haven't even been able to get over there. All right, thank you. Bye bye. All right, yeah. All right. Yeah, I went and got contacts before I went to Houston, you know, for my trip out there. So I had my, oh yeah, crazy deal. It's amazing that what you go through on a daily basis, or even, you know, at the doctor's office and stuff like that. So I learned some crazy stuff yesterday, and it's pretty amazing when you learn things like that. I had to go and take do blood work and all of that for the VA, and I learned that I tested positive for cocaine. So they're looking at me funny because they're looking at all my records, and I've never had any kind of drugs in there kind of deal. And I'm like, I'm looking at them crazy. I'm like, you have the wrong, like, it's got to be somebody else's. It ain't mine, you know? And then they look, they're like, well, how many times have you done it? They just immediately just started the barrage of questions. And I'm like, look, guys, like, I take personal offense to that because I don't. Like, I do not do that type of drug. Never have, never will. Like, it is, you know, I've gotten into fights with guys who have offered it to me, and, like, when I turn them down, they want to talk smack at me because I didn't do their drug or whatever. And I'm like, I have no problem, you know, putting somebody's teeth in when they do that to me about that type of drug. And the reason I have real cold feelings about it is because my little brother passed away because of what they called, he ended up having a brain aneurysm, but it was complications due to cocaine use is what it was. Hold on real quick, guys. Hard life. It's him. No, it's going out this morning though. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, no, it's going out today. So You there? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's going out today, boss. Depending on the size, if it's like a 30 wide or smaller and less than 1,500 yards, it's $25. If you go to, and actually it's a 30 wide or bigger, it's $50. Sorry, it's got to be smaller than a 30 wide, like HXW, LX, MXL, SX. All of those will be 25. That'll be $50 for us to download it and check the knot, pull it back on, and it also gives us the ability to run the line counter on it, so we'll let you know how much line you do have on the reel and stuff like that. Accurate, Accurate has a star drag. Okay. I don't know their full lineup, so that'll be cool to see. Okay. Well, we'll be here whenever you're ready, boss. Okay, sounds good. I'm live on the channel Spooling the Rail, so. Is that all you needed, boss? Okay. All right. Well, you have a good day, Bob. All right. Later. All right. So I was watching a video last night. It talks about the different kind of like drugs and what they do for you. What if there's any what is it? Not municipal, but like doctor's uses and stuff like that. And when cocaine came up, like I was sitting there and I was just like, man, this is like, I'm really uninterested in any of those because it's not something that I do. Like, you know, I never have a lot of that. And, you know, it was just information that was useless to me because, like I said, I don't do those types of deals. And so even when cocaine came up, it was talking about how the government hasn't made it an illegal drug because they also have uses, doctors use it to dilate your eyes. And I was like, what? And I sat up in my chair and I started listening to it. And they have 3 different types of ways to dilate your eyes. And that's one of them, that they use cocaine to dilate your eyes. And I'm like, no, and I asked the instructor, I was like, is that true? And they're like, it's in the video, like they're talking about all the different types of drugs. And I was like, and I sat there and I was thinking to myself, I was like, ma'am, that is the same timeline and window as to when I did the blood work and found that out. So, you know, I was like, okay, now, you know, for the longest time I was upset. I was angry at that I even, you know, came into that type of bracket of to have that under my belt kind of deal. And learning that, it threw me for a loop, but also too, you know, okay, now it calmed me down because, like I said, I was like, who would do that to me? Like I was it a restaurant? Was it, you know, somebody trying to get back at me? Like I didn't know how it happened, but now I know how it happened. And so that was a crazy eye opener for me. And so I just figured I'd share it with y'all. that was really insane. So yeah, now I know. And so I guess I can let some of my guards down again and stuff like that. What's up, boss?
How you doing today?
Doing all right, Spooling?
You live?
Yeah, live.
I can let you know, man. I thought I'd come over and ask a few questions.
Well, ask them.
What happened? What happened the other week, man? I mean, I've been watching videos. I don't know how many sharks you guys get.
Oh, in total?
In the tournament?
Yeah. The final video is coming out today at noon.
Okay. I'm waiting for the big bag. You know?
I was talking about that live a little while ago. Yes, the final video is coming out today, but then that was also what I was talking about too. Like in these tournaments, when we do this, like I try to record as much as possible.
Yeah.
So I had like 15 hours of footage, like from kayaking to everything that we go through. And so I made a comment in one of the videos or during the live that, you know, when I do these videos, like I know editing down is good because you don't have to sit there and watch me disappear off into the horizon for 45 minutes to an hour while I'm yakking bait and all you see is waves until I come back in. So I kind of forwarded and, you know, fast forward through that area and make it a shorter kind of more.
Good. Everything looks good so far. You know?
And so one guy commented, and I don't remember who it is because I was answering hundreds and hundreds of comments last night. Like it's retarded how many comments are coming through, which is good. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I try my best to answer all the comments. And as I'm not just copy and paste and not reading them. Like I need to answer this one. And he was like, man, my thought process on that was, you know, maybe you should do the long videos because they enjoy the waves, they enjoy the sounds, they enjoy the outdoors as real as it is. And he goes, and you know, it may be something cool for your kids to be able to enjoy when you're gone. Like they can go back and watch, hey, this is a day in the life, you know what I mean? And man, and I just sat there with that, and I'm sitting, I probably sat there for a good 20 minutes just with that one. And even throughout the night, I was like, man, I'm gonna start another channel where it's strictly raw, unedited footage. So that way the guys that want to sit there and see, you know, 3 hours of kayaking, you know, several baits, you know, or, you know, sitting there just watching the rods and the waves and all of that, you know, I think will be an awesome way. But, you know, his deal was like, you know, they can go back and kind of spend a little time with you. And I was like, dude, that nailed it, bro. Yeah, damn, the sweet tooth. Wow.
So, you want some?
No, I'm good, dude. I got it.
I'm gonna leave it right here.
Yeah.
And if not, trash it.
Okay.
You don't answer anything.
Right. Yep, no doubt. So.
No, well, another question on it. There's a couple questions. My kids were, you know, they've been pounding me. Oh, wow, what did you catch? What did you catch? You know, my boys, and I'm like, I don't know yet, man. You're saving it. He's saving it out.
Well, I mean, we caught two. We already posted up the 2 stingrays. I caught one, and then they caught one. And you show where I actually retained them. They were pretty big stingrays, but at the same time, I didn't have any fresh bait like that. All my baits were old, you know, kind of deal. And so I wanted fresh, and that was the only bait I could get my hands on besides mullet. And I think only 1 or 2 whiting were caught the whole weekend. And we fished, or they fished for them. It was to the point I did some cast outs and stuff like that, but yeah, I didn't really try for catching bait and stuff like that.
You gave your spot away when you was talking about the house down there for the turtle rescue. So you were down there 40 miles or so.
No, that's at the 20s.
Oh, that's at the 20s?
Yeah, it's like 22 miles down or something like that. And then after that, we moved further down beach into the 50s.
Oh,
and
you
that,
went down. I thought you came back.
No.
I didn't hear it right.
Yeah, no, we were down in the 20s to start, and then we moved into the 50s later. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you need one question that my boys were asking a lot. You know, how many miles does he actually kayak all through the whole weekend? You know, because like that, running baits like that, you know, that adds up.
It does, and I kind of cheated. Watch your back, because he's coming through. Because there was times I was running 2 baits. Sometimes I ran 3 baits at a time, but other times I could only run 1 bait or 2 baits depending on where we were placing those lines out and stuff like that. And I'm actually going to do an after catch and kind of explain what was going on, just because I'm trying to be as real as possible with my subscribers of the amount of work it takes to make a catch happen. I don't want to just show you, oh, I casted out a bait and look what I already caught. And then you can tell in the video, if you pay attention, that it's not the same reel, not the same bait, not the same rod. Like, so.
What year's your truck?
Oh, it's a 2000.
It has a 7.3 in it?
Yes, sir.
Never gonna kill that.
No, it's It's being used pretty hard, man. It's
How many miles is that?
300.
Yeah.
She's got her flaws right now, but she's still purring.
She still burned. She still ready to put in some work.
She's earned her keep, man. It took me a lifetime to pay it off, but she's for that.
Right. And seeing that's one of the things too, like right now with my truck and stuff like that, I'm coming to the, oh, actually I just passed up 2,000 yards of 130 on this reel, so still got plenty of room right here, guys. But yeah, no, with it, it's like I can't just do one video and encompass the whole weekend. I mean, yeah, I could just show the the couple of pup sharks that were caught, the couple of stingrays, and then the big hookup, and then that's it. Make one video, and then what?
Right, no, I got you. I got you. I was
It's
just
like,
I was swinging by. I knew you was live earlier.
yeah, no, I'm still live. I'll normally run it live all the way until one, either the phone overheats or I run out of battery. So, but I was sitting at about 94% on this battery before I went live, so we are good to go. 2,200 yards right there. Okay, so I missed what you said.
The reel that my boy has is cold.
Mm-hmm.
He apparently went out and he had
Oh, we done.
water a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't know, but we moved. He went back to Houston. It's been sitting there in the place for about a week. Yesterday I picked it up to try to tighten the line up, to make sure the drag was okay, and it was locked. That fast. That fast.
Salt water will eat up a reel really quick, but also too, where was he in the water at? Because if he was in the surf and there's a lot of sand, there could be sand that's locked in
that's
there.
Where he was. He was a little one. It was it was right there.
Oh yeah, so
So I got it. The WD-40 is my friend at this point,
well, there's another one that is coming out that is supposed to be biodegradable, human friendly, and all of that. And where do I have it? And it's supposed to be the safer alternative to WD-40, and it's called Solve It All. And they sent it to us for us to be testing and stuff like that, but I'm gonna go and bring it in the shop so that way we can start selling it, because that is, one of the major things is like when you're trying to lubricate your gear and stuff like that, you definitely don't want to be harming the environment while you're trying to keep your gear up and running. So.
Once you touch that, and then you get back to your bait, and you got that all over your bait and everything else.
Well, what's funny is a lot of old timers used to spray their bait with WD-40 because they said it has a fish oil in it and it would attract the fish. And I actually talked to the game wardens that were like, yeah, it's pretty legit, but at the same time, it's very toxic to the fish. So they say, yeah, if you use it, don't let the fish eat it. Like, you got to hook the fish and get it in without it eating the bait, because otherwise now you've poisoned the fish. And I was like, well, why use it anyways? He's all, because it worked. They catch fish, but but that's defeating the purpose. You're poisoning the environment. You know what I mean? So.
And I sit there the whole time thinking I must have got WD on my bait because there ain't nothing biting.
Well, that, or did you put on any kind of sunscreen or anything like that?
Yeah, I know. I watch out for that a lot, especially being around the kids, man. They're constantly getting it on them.
2,475 yards, and I got a little bit of a gap that's there. You can see daylight in there, which actually I could easily fill in that gap right there and the gap over here, but I think we're good. 2,475 yards. But yeah, no, especially like with the kids, you get it on them, and I tend to use the spray so that way I don't actually get it in contact with my hands. but at the same time too, you know, you rub sweat and then it easily will transfer from yourself to the
My
bait.
UV shirts are all stained up from the sun block, wiping it off or getting it on my hands and wiping it on my shirt.
Roger
I
that.
try to get it off my hands from doing the kids all the time.
Right. Yeah.
I cast it out the other this week. I think I went Monday. I got out. I waded out the second bar, and I wanted to get out there as far as I could, man.
Line or your rod?
Line. So
Okay.
I'm going to bring out. It's not much, but this is like I lost some feet, so I want to get a top off on it. It's hollow core.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and you stressed this out 8 years ago, whenever hollow core is the way to go, and I still have that line. And I know now that I can just come in and get another 40 yards on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're good.
And I'm so glad you said that, because that's what the series is about this week. Is, you know, a lot of people heard me talking to a buddy of mine at the tournament about, you know, solid braid versus hollow core, or cheaper braid versus the good or the better hollow core. And right here, this reel specifically has Jerry Brown that I initially put on like 11 years ago. And it's still on there. And for you to be a customer coming in, and I don't know if you had followed along, but to say that, it also further cements like this foundation that I'm building is super strong. Like it you know, I'm just like you. I don't have $1 million that I could sit there and just buy gear, throw it away, and not worry about it. Like, I really have to pay attention to where I spend my money. And so buying braid that's gonna last you, help you maintain it, and then save you money in the long run is super important. So yeah.
No, I've bit the bullet along years and years ago, and now I'm blessed now because I know it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg to redo this. So
Right.
then I just can add some line to it, because one of them's small anyway, and when you lose 50, 60 yards here and there,
Yeah.
you know, just a little bit at a time, and it adds up. Now I'm 50 yards down, and I'm like, man. Another thing I like about the video is that little pump you guys had on that siphon thing. That is phenomenal. I want to see that in action.
It is coming, boss. That one, actually, I talked with the owner already. We're emailing back and forth. So that product is coming to the shop. He's also donating some of the pumps for our 100,000 subscriber mark giveaway. So it's going to be a great addition to the shop, to everybody's arsenal. That was one. And during the live, I'm amazed nobody's even talked about that, but they're commenting on that video like crazy, which is awesome.
Yeah, no, I was like, well, how does that even work?
Bro, like we were sitting there, and like I was gonna leave the comments in there. I was like, no, I want them to like really give their true reaction besides our reaction. But you saw the smile on his face. You should have seen mine. I was like, God, like what? Like
I was like, how's that even working, man?
Mm-hmm.
You know, not disgrading these. Those pole holders are awesome. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, but those dig their way in and stuff like that. So it's a totally different
Right.
scenario. But
They're regular PVC pipe into the freaking done.
done.
I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, that's something, you know.
Yeah. No, that was yes.
That's pretty cool to see that, man.
That genuine look of just astounded, blown away, whatever you want to call it, was genuine as it could be, because he's like, hey, check this out. I don't know if it works. I found it on Facebook. For a minute there, he thought it was a Facebook gimmick until he started doing it, and then it was just like, oh, it does work, you know. So, you know, that's the life, you know. You see these things, you see a commercial, and all right, I'll try one, you know, and if it works, then we'll go from there. But that one was one legit product, so we are working on that with them to get it in the tackle shop. So yeah, that was epic, and it is as legit as can be. So now the one thing I do have to share about it is that originally when we created it, it was only for the 1.5 inch PVC pipe. So he's created adapters that you can do the 1.5 or the 2 inch.
Okay.
So that's gonna be coming here pretty quick. He's working on it, but yes, I'm excited where that's gonna go because I normally use nothing but 2-inch. I know other guys that don't use 2-inch, they use 1.5. So you can pick and choose which one you want to go with, or buy it to where you have the adapter for both. So that way, if you have one, you're cool. If you don't, you can still help your buddy out, you know. And yeah,
I'll be back on next week. We'll top off that rod, and then I'm good to go, man.
all right, sounds good, boss.
But we'll look forward to your video tonight.
Roger that.
Okay.
Yep,
All
yep.
right, man, have a good
And it's gonna be early. I still have one my last meeting today, so it'll be between 3 to 5, about 5:30. So yep.
Cool. Thank you.
Later, boss. Yeah, there you go. Hold them the pump like that. Toby nailed it. So just stay tuned, guys. We're gonna have several of those pumps for the 100,000 subscriber mark giveaway that will be coming in very soon, guys. So if you want to go out and buy your own, that is fine. Make sure to put the reference point Team Hard Life on there, because obviously the more people, if you go directly to them and buy the product and put a reference as to where and how you found out about it, obviously when you put it in there that you learned it from us, it helps them help us more, because then it shows that the products that they're giving out as advertisement is working. So it's really important for y'all to do that, guys. It will really help us out, and it is awesome. Yep, no doubt, for sure. Yep. Talk about a lot of line, guys. A lot of line. All right. Yep. Now I got to be honest, guys. Like our comments were like, "What the?" You know, it caught us by surprise. It really did. So it was pretty awesome. And then Justin, our buddy who found the product and actually, you know, invested into it. You know, it's going to change the whole dynamic of us using PVCs or the aluminum ones and stuff like that, because I got to be honest, when I go to pull the PVCs out of the truck and stuff like that, after we leave them sitting in there for weeks at a time, it always scares me that maybe I'm going to inhale a spider and get bit in my throat, or a scorpion or something like that, or even a bee, you know, that's sitting in there getting ready to make a hive. And yeah. That was getting hot. I'm gonna stop for a second because that is seriously hot right there. Jacob wrapped your Harley in leather? What? Yep. Jacked Up Leatherworks is no doubt a freaking master at some leather right there. So yes, sir. Oh, it's today, Sharkathon. Okay. So for those of y'all that are getting in it, yes, sir. I need to hurry up and get some more clothing line in, because normally what I do every year for Sharkathon is I post up a bonus prize winning of in-store credit if you wear our shirt and you actually place in the tournament wearing our shirt. So, yeah, give me a second.
Call from
Hard Life. Okay, so yes. All right. I'm adding numbers to that call block list almost every day. And here we got some Cortland in here. What? Cortland 16 strand, 130 pound test. And Toby, are you talking about when you're using that pump, or are you talking about when you're trying to do it by natural suction? So there you go. The bearded one, can you send us some pictures of the work he did on your motorcycle to our Team Hard Life email? That would be really awesome, so we could share that advertisement for Jacked Up Leatherworks, because we have a lot of guys on here that do ride both male and female, and I think that would be pretty awesome for them to know and see that the kind of work he has done. If somebody could post up the Team Hard Life email on there, it's teamhardlife1@gmail.com. And I would love to share that for Jacob. All right, guys. So here again, and actually I didn't even do it on the last reel, but you can see how straight my line is on there. This line has been on there forever, and you heard me beating on my rod to, on the reel seat to get the reel off of there. And as you could tell, like, I don't maintain my gear like that. There's dirt, there's filth. There it is. I really don't clean my reels, guys. It is. You can see all the impurities of salt and dried up everything on my reels. Like, I do not maintain them. I don't clean them. And this is another selling point for me, because a lot of guys are like, man, well, I don't want to invest into a reel like that, because then I don't know if I'll be able to maintain it or clean it. And I was like, I don't clean mine. Like, the only time I do is if they fall into the sand and get a lot of sand in them, or wind blown into them, and or they fall in the water right there where it's all sandy and stuff like that too. So, and there's my knot. There you go. There's my knot. Has not moved. Still nice and tight. And what I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to put a line across it, and I didn't do that on the last reel. I've got the marker, and I forgot to do it, but I'm going to do it here so y'all can check it out. So that way, whenever I take this reel back down to the center, y'all can see that it is there. So, but I'm going to move this over a little bit so I can give y'all a little bit better angle on the where I'm putting the mark at and stuff like that. So. Oh, okay. All right, bearded one. Well, that I can respect that. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Well, I know Jacob took off. He's going to be on vacation till like Monday or Tuesday. So. That's going to be another deal. We can talk to him, see maybe if he has pictures of what he's done before it went on the bike and stuff like that, so that way he can share. Definitely want to get Jacob, as much advertising as we can, Yeah, with no vacuum, that's for sure, Toby, on that one. So let's see. There we go. All right, so can y'all see the spool? Good to go. All right, my marker is right here. And I'm gonna put it right in line with where the knot starts. So y'all can see it. See, there's where the knot actually starts right there, right across in line with it. So yeah, it wasn't a perfect marking all the way across because obviously the magic marker is going to bleed into the line, but you know, you'll get the gist of it. So it's, you know, down the road that it's moved over a quarter an inch or whatever, you know, you can definitely tell that it's moved, but you won't, if it moved like that, you really can't say it's only moved a quarter inch. Maybe it's gone all the way around a full, you know, turn of a rotation plus a quarter inch, you know what I mean? So, but this, we did a marking like this on a reel several years ago, and we brought it back out and took it back down for whatever reason. We found the marking and it was completely in line with that. So just putting more evidence out there for us to back up our claims and zero out my line counter. This is 130 pound Cortland of the 16 strand that we have on our 80 wide here. It's the center of the spool starting out. Let's see. There you go. Looking beautiful. Yeah, it's going on there so smooth. That's one of the things that I do love about good braided lines. How well it sits when you put it onto the spool. And you know, a lot of guys will say, well, you're never gonna reel it in like that. And you know, when you're first reeling in your line and stuff like that, you either teach yourself to do it or you don't. And if you don't, then you're going to miss out on the possibility of getting better line capacity on your reel and stuff like that. And it is definitely very important for us that we get that. And let me see, move this over to us a little bit. I'm trying to keep it as centered as possible so we can keep doing it. But that was, well, we're coming up on 200 yards of line. That's 200 yards of 130. Still got plenty of room to go, so we're gonna rock it. What's up, Jacob? How you doing, boss? So we were, what was that? Felt a little something there. We were just talking about how you wrapped a Harley in leather, so that's pretty interesting. What is that? Looks like some. Just some weird straight line on here. Well, it's so far into my spool, I'm not gonna worry about that, and it really doesn't mess with my overall strength of the line, so I'm gonna leave that be. And yeah, I just fell under that whole deal of having, you know, being a plumber and never fixing your own plumbing, or a mechanic that doesn't fix their own vehicle kind of deal. But yeah, that it didn't set off any red alarms in me, so I'm okay with that. But I'm also too limited on time because I'm trying to get as many of these reels done up as possible. I've got, this will be my third 80. I have 2 more 80s and a 130 that I got to go through, plus my cast out reels, because I know I was running out my HXWs and my LXs. And I don't know what the limit is for rods for the tournament, but I am going to be keeping an eye. You know, obviously when you show up to the tournament, you definitely, if you're only allowed to fish with 3 at a time, it's fine, but most of them allow you, if one goes down, that you can switch it out with another one. I've actually been to some tournaments where they don't allow that you cannot switch out a reel when one goes down. It has to be prepaid for before the tournament even starts. So we're definitely gonna have to read the rules and regulations on this tournament. I don't know if that's already answered or if there's a limit, no limit. Yeah. Every tournament is different, that's for sure. I believe they were talking about that for the redfish division, it was like $20 a rod, and you can only get 3 in there or something like that. So I don't know what they're doing for the shark tournament. But what's up, hurting for surgeon? I did see a video yesterday where, I don't know if it was in a store or something like that, where there was a big old sturgeon in an area where there was other fish at, and it looked like it was right there by the shore by a boat. So I don't know if y'all have seen that or not, but I didn't get any more information on it, but that is still pretty cool. Be a big old 5 or 6 footer just right there. All right, we're at 700 yards of 130 pound of the tightline braid, and we got some, you know, the coloring rub off there and stuff, but it ain't tacky, ain't sticky, it's dry coloring, so we'll see how this goes. We're rocking and rolling over here. Jacob, when do y'all take off for your trip, boss? Thought you'd already be gone. All right, we just passed up 1,000 yards, and we still have about ½ inch of spool exposure. So I'm gonna keep it going. Actually, it's probably 3/4 of an inch of spool exposure. Everybody got quiet. What's up? Anybody got plans to go fishing this weekend? Anybody doing the tournaments? Oh, 4Life 2, Rick was working on that L board yesterday. He said he'd already gotten like 2 or 3 coats on by the time I talked to him last night. So he should be coming by today to drop it off. It's either that or he may be rolling with us to the tournament if you're able to go or not go. He wants to check it out because he's got an 80 wide Avid that he's spooled up, ready to rock, but has not done anything with it. So he wants to, you know, attend a tournament and see how it all works out and stuff like that. So, all right, I'm at 1,400 yards of 130 on here and still rolling. All right, 1,450 yards right there. So, and actually I messed up too because I got to talking, and on the purple one I forgot to put in the chartreuse and the other colors on there. Oh, that's smart. So let's see, it was, alright, back to the video. Come on. There we go. Alright, I want to go fishing, but supposed to be going to surprise my niece in Oklahoma to drop her off last week in my bro and take my phone. Oh, okay. I did not see that comment, boss, about the tournament prices of rods or reels or quantity. Like I said, normally when I'm looking down here, I only can see a couple of comments, and then if I'm spooling over here, and then by the time I look back, that comment could be gone, and the only way I can see it is to go back through, or if you repost it and stuff like that. So. The Z-Force guy, where are you going for tuna out of? I don't doubt that SX is overkill for everything up there in Croatia. Alright, well, welcome to the channel, boss. Y'all eat barracuda out there? Because we've always had mixed reviews over here. Guys talking about they eat it, but most don't eat it because the amount of heavy metals, mainly, you know, mercury inside the barracuda. They were talking about like maybe 8 ounces per year to keep you under that safety net there and stuff. So, and it's a splice right there. Yeah, no, me neither. I mainly use the barracuda for shark baits over here. Is that what you're going to be doing using them for as well, or y'all just going for the sport? Alright guys, we're at 2,000 yards of 130 on this blue 80, and we're going to keep it going. Drag, sorry guys, that was weird. I don't even know what the spool tensioner drag deal, it loosened up and it went complete free spool on me, so I had to backtrack a little bit. But if y'all not awake, y'all are now. Sorry about that. at? Hold on. All right, so this last couple of yards, literally 2 yards, I'm going to cut off because the discoloration on the line. And so we're sitting at 2,083 yards, but I've got a crap ton of spool exposure here, so I'm going to go ahead and add more line to it. And what's up, Holiday? How's it going? How's school this year? What are the new classes Monkey's taking? Let's see. All right, Jacob, you have a good one, boss. Y'all be safe on the road, man. We'll keep y'all in our prayers for safe travels, and y'all have some fun, boss. Y'all definitely have earned it. Rock it, brother. What's up, boss?
What's going on?
Doing all right? What you got?
And I've been watching him since was over there by Mathis and then the Bonnie. I'm like, man, he's still on that same one.
No, it's different reel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I did the purple one.
No, yeah, that's the one.
Oh, the same, this
Yeah.
same reel. Yeah, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Yep. So what you got in there? Look at bag full of tricks.
I saw you were finishing that one, the purple one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You can move Bobby the Bobber over there, and you can set it right here on the counter.
So that guy still hasn't come back from lunch? Right,
Which rod?
was it this one?
The Harrington, or I mean,
This one, yeah.
yeah, no, I guess not. So.
He's still on lunch?
Yep.
I hope he still don't come out tonight, probably till the end of the month. I'm like, oh.
Right. Right. All right. Well, there you go. Roger that. Yep. No, we. Like I said, I'm prepping for the tournament. This will be cool, and got who's all going to the tournament from the team guys? I've honestly been so dang busy. Had not even. I mean, when I catch up to the team feed and stuff like that, or the Blue Ranchers, it's like 30 comments later and stuff like that. Yeah, I do miss out on a lot. So, but I have been working some great deals for the team, for the shop, for the. Oh, I need to add that in. We're at 2,085. For the blue. Now we're doing orange for the top shot. Let's see how much we can get on here. Oh man.
Just staying busy.
Yeah, oh, it's been, yeah, that, trying to do the lives, but the lives are a lot easier for me to get to and do sometimes when I can be in a stationary position. But when I got to be walking all over the shop and trying to hold the camera and trying to set it up and then move and then 5 minutes later, like it is exhausting. It really is. So. I hate this. I get out of the YouTube, so it's on the small screen. But when I go back to the big screen, it doesn't do the comments. So I had to swipe up and swipe back down and stuff. Oh, okay. That's awesome, bearded one. Well, congratulations on getting married, and or we'll say congratulations early if we don't get to talk to you after your wedding, boss. But y'all have a blessed one, and have a happy and safe honeymoon as well. That's pretty awesome. Alright, I think I'm good there. 2,409 yards right there, guys. 2,409. 130 on this 80 Avid. And like I said, I'm still leaving quite a gap there. But it's alright. It's alright. It look good. Look good. So what you got for us, boss? I saw you. I was hearing a bunch of reels coming out of that bag.
I got the one that I got from and then I got another 2 Avids, 2 spin, and 1 little Daiwa.
Is that a Daiwa Millionaire?
Yep.
There you go. Alright. First time I saw that was at a giveaway at another tackle shop. They had it as a door prize, but it wasn't all black and gold. It was all gold.
Gold.
Yeah. So at least as far as I remember, it was that. But it was a long time ago. So.
Yeah, that's easy. We're just for catfish over there. I'm gonna cast it out too far.
John put how much time you spent with jacked up. Where should I mail the sympathy card? Oh, that was good. Oh man, that's crazy. That is crazy stuff. Okay, so was the best man. Oh, okay. Bearded One, I am so sorry, boss. Sorry for your loss. I did not read the comment correctly. Our deepest condolence to you and your family. That is, yeah. That's hard. For some reason, I read that is, not was. Oh, ready?
Yeah.
Let me get yours, because otherwise I'm going to jump into an 80 into a 130, and it may be a while.
What you have in 20?
I've got orange. Yeah, got orange. There you go. Daiwa Millionaire 2, 5,000 M. Okay. All right, let's see.
I think a man got big old reels and a little old bitty thing right there.
What was that?
I said you got the big old reels and then you got the little.
Well, actually, I've had smaller reels come in, and actually, where's it at? I've got an adapter for even smaller reels to sit in here because it won't even catch them. And so Jeff over at Tightline Braid actually built an adapter to go up under the reel so it floats it up. Yeah. And yeah, pretty intense. So
The last time I came, I brought one of those LXs, one with the shark on it.
The older ones, yeah. Yeah.
I sent it back,
Mm.
and the spool was, or the deal was bent. They didn't have no more parts. But that guy goes, man, I'll send you a new one. We'll swap out.
Mm.
What's his name? Harry, or something like that. That worked.
Harry. Yeah.
And so he swapped out. He goes, I don't have parts for it.
Mm.
So he sent me. He was supposed to send it Monday. He didn't. I told him, man, don't send it out till Friday because I won't be home.
Mm.
So because he sent me an LX Raptor swap out for it. So.
No, okay. With MC or?
Yeah, MC, yeah.
Okay.
MC 2-speed. So,
Yeah. There you
not
go.
bad.
Cool deal. That's pretty sweet. Yeah. No. Well, I'm gonna put 130 on your.
4 rats.
Right. We got 10 yards. Yep. Oh.
The new ones were that you were showing?
Yes, those are. Yeah. Well, it'd have been funny for the Spooling videos, you know. Let's see. Come on. Where is? Let me do this. Morning. Thank you. Let's see. Come on. There we go. All right. Let's see. What's up, Ghost Milo? That was a pretty cool name. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to use a piece of tape. That make it easier for me to get around the spool. Alright guys, so also too, normally periodically when we get new subscribers in the channel, we tend to ask them where they're from, what kind of fishing they do. If y'all don't mind sharing that, because we have a lot of guys on the channel that we have built the channel on sharing knowledge. So if you are interested in learning or sharing, definitely, you know, chime in with that. We definitely love the fact that we have built a channel that has a knowledge sharing, you know, ability for us to help each other out for sure. Because one day, you know, we may travel to those areas and would like to fish, and maybe we can build a big fishing camaraderie where we can all, you know, go out and fish together and stuff like that. I am looking forward to setting up the 100K giveaway very soon, guys. I'm with the sponsors and everything that is coming in. I am gathering up the prizes and stuff like that. They are, as soon as they start rolling in, I'll be announcing them for the channel, and also too for our sponsors that are taking, you know, the time to send us the gear for our 100,000 subscriber mark giveaway. So we got probably about a week, maybe 2, for us to continue on with the comments and stuff like that. I've extended it because I want to have these prizes in hand for the giveaway, so that way we have names that go directly on them. I want to ensure too, you know, that I can select however many names I want to get to. I'm shooting for 100 places, guys. There's gonna be 100 prizes. It may double up on some, like you may get two prizes depending on what they are, where they're coming from and stuff like that. But if we get enough, you know, 200 or 300 different prizes, well then yeah, it'll still be 100 places to win. So basically kind of explaining it that way is the best way I can explain it. So Arizona fly fishing rainbow trout. I want to try that one day. I do. I mean, I tried it as a kid, but you know, didn't really have the attention span, you know, to learn it. And I think I was only like 11, maybe 12 years old that I was introduced to that. So I do have to say this 20 is a little hard to work with sometimes. It doesn't want to always open up, and if you try to force it, it tightens up. So this is what it's done here. Okay, got enough to get this going. Let's see. I got some bad heartburn right now. Yep. There we go. All right, here we go. Oh, I need to tighten. Drag was loose. Let's see. Move this over a little bit. Really? Oh, that's as far as it goes. Okay. Yeah. This might be a little bit of a challenge, but we'll get it. Nice cats and bass fly fishing. Bass fly fishing. Wow. Sorry guys, I've got to focus a little bit more on this smaller reel because there's really very little room to work in over here, and I'm actually having to hold it with my second hand over here because the spool is so small it's off angle and it's not directly in line with the reel, so I'm having to force it to come over that way. So I see that law that you have to hold on. What was that? I was talking and the phone was talking back to me for some reason. So John, where is that that law that you have to do that, and why do they have it set up like that? Yeah, well, all reels are pretty much built differently. I gotta admit though, I personally don't like working on any reels other than the Avids, just because the amount of springs that are normally placed into the reels, or how difficult they make them to just disassemble them and stuff like that. It does get pretty crazy. So. Yeah, there's one of them reels that's almost too small. It's moving over here. I mean, I've got the reel foot holders as tight as they go, but I may have to use that little adapter to do any reels this size. So. This thing holds some line of 20, boss. $473 yards. I'll make it even 475. Yep, 475. Wow. And I'm still under the bevel right here, so it's right where it needs to be. Oh, man.
So you still got to do all these?
Huh?
You still got to do all those?
Yeah, that and everything above you. And and then still I have an order going out, but I'm not working on the order right now because I need to get these reels done as well, but figure I'll do the reels for the channel, and then later on I'll go to building those leaders and stuff. I think I got to build like 50 liters for one tackle shop, so we'll see what happens.
Why are these so short like this and thin?
Those are small boat rods.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so the reason why I don't use the worm guide when I am spooling reels, guys, is because I don't know how old that worm guide is, and it may be on its last leg, and if it happens to crap out on me while I'm spooling, then I'm responsible for fixing it. And so that's why I don't ever use it. So that way, if it does give out, it's not on me, you know. But also too, it's a thin, two little thin pieces of sheet metal that are in there, and I'm talking thin and small. They're about as thin as this line here that run up and down that worm guide to level the line back and forth. And I'm putting a lot of pressure coming off the spool drum over here to keep it nice and tight, so that way I can keep the line tight on the spool. And that may also mess up the worm guide, so that's why I don't use the worm guide when I am pulling the line back onto the reel. Yes, it won't line up completely with the worm guide if you were just going to continue reeling in. But you got to remember too, when they cast out, a lot of these worm guides do not run back and forth when casting out. Sometimes they're in a fixed position, so it really doesn't matter if you follow the worm guide or not. Others will follow the line back and forth and stuff, so the first cast may be held back a little bit because it will take that to line the line back up on the spool as you reel back in, and then you'll be good to go. I've shown that several times with reels where we took them out to the field after doing it, spooling up like this, and it cast it out just fine. So God, that was a lot of line on there. If you have dirt on Jacob, please feel free to share. Wow.
The MX still, how much they
476 yards, guys. So, what was that?
how much do those MX sales hold?
Of line?
Yeah.
Well, depends how we spool them. If we do, oh, my thing's messing up. Hold on, real quick. It's not catching it. The top end came through right there, so I gotta push that. Give me a second, guys. Okay, what was the question again?
The MX sales, how much they hold? 50.
Oh, straight 50 or 50 to 80 pound top shot?
Probably a 65 pound.
I don't know if I've done 50 to 65, but 50 to 80, you're at like 450 yards, 500, something like that.
Let's see how much this was. This is the last I got of this orange one. Let's see how much it is, and then
Okay.
the 80, what color you get?
The what?
In the 80, you got different colors. Right?
Yes, I have pink, black, chartreuse, blue.
All right, we'll see. Let's see how much that one has on there.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me get a pen real quick. I start forgetting what I'm doing with it.
They use your wrist real quick. Yeah, first door right down to that one.
Alright, here we go. All right, here we go. Now we can get back on this. I was wondering why it fell. Come on, go back down. There it goes. And see. I understand. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's why we have the channel set up the way we do, boss. We encourage people to ask their questions because that's what we're here for. Like, this is why I designed the channel the way I designed it. And you don't have to worry about getting trolled either, where people don't answer your questions correctly and stuff like that. So, yeah. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta get a drink. My heartburn is really worked up. I was in order for Causeway, but I gotta finish making some leaders for it. But definitely,
I mentally, I knew I needed the twos, and I forgot all the rest of them. So my head and everything kind of hurt. Do we know where we're at on the chicken house?
completed, delivered yesterday.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I needed the single barrel sleeves for the 130-pound mono, so I made the delivery yesterday, and I was able to pick up those parts for it. But Nico, he went to go get his driver's license. As soon as he gets done with that, he should be heading back over here, so he'll trade out with you here in a bit or whatever. So.
Well, like I said, I know I'm going to have to do the circles. I know he ain't.
But we can also teach him too. So, depending on where you're at and stuff like that, teach him how to do it. You know, he'll go over there for a bit with you to train him to do the surf weights and stuff. So, but yeah.
Okay, bait bucket, do we know if we have all the other stuff or we don't know yet? Okay.
I thought we completed bait bucket.
No. When I got it, I was at lunch and then I had that customer and that's when I left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. It.
So you want me to do that real quick before I leave?
Hold on, real quick.
'Cause I know we need a shark weight on cat form. 'Cause I know, like I said, I know I get the Tuna. Oh, did you? Okay, you might have to it. I know we had more 2s and 3s than that here.
Oh yeah, I didn't even. Okay, so yeah, I forgot about that one. I have not pulled anything.
Okay.
So we've been working on it. So. And yesterday I was sitting here, I was like, man, I'm missing something. But I had so much other stuff going on, I didn't. Okay, I'll work on that. All right, Bearded, you have a good one, boss. Oh man, y'all going to a bearded competition. One day I will get out that way with y'all. One day, when my beard is ready for competition mode. Well, good luck, guys. I hope y'all have some fun. So, all right, let's see. Inshore Slayers, what's up, boss? How you doing? We've got a MXL G1 series right here, and we're gonna go ahead and spool it up with the 50 pound that he currently has, and then we will go from there. Oh man. Dang, 7 sharks in one day. How big were they? What was the average size of them? Or do you miss them days of just smoking the sharks and stuff like that? But or like when we got into the bull reds, it would get it's a bull red. Go ahead. You got a fishing license? Go ahead. It's not my rod. It's my rod. I'm giving you permission. Like, and they would pull in a big old fish, and you know if they wanted to keep it, they would. Like, so a lot of times they came up on the pier and they'd leave with the fish, and yeah. So I'm like, I'm cool with that as long as they have a fishing license and they tag it and did whatever they were supposed to do properly. But if they didn't or weren't willing to, then I wouldn't let them keep it. Like, even though they set the hook on it and technically it was their fish, I wasn't gonna be a conspirator, I guess, you know, I wasn't going to be the one that, well, he's the one, you know, because they would throw you under the bus real quick to avoid a ticket. Well, he said it was okay or something, like, you know what I mean? So, yeah. No, not cool. So, most of the time, everybody respected that role, you know what I mean? They're like, no, I'm cool, you know, but again, too, if they didn't have a license, they wouldn't even touch the rod. Like, I'd be like, sorry, you can't do it. Well, what if I get one? Go get one and then you come back and yeah. Huh? Oh, yeah, fat boy problems. I don't know. I don't know if he's eating. Ask him.
He flies. Those tacos like the last time.
Right.
You cool or you got work to do?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Got somebody else out there in the front?
Eugene, but he's diabetic, so I don't know what he would be able to.
Carrots and lettuce.
I don't know.
So what? Do we get the tacos or what? Huh? We got to go over here real quick. Go get some tacos. One. Wait, you buy it? Damn right, if you fly. I'll fly.
There you go.
That's gonna make me want some more work.
Breakfast.
What was that place called? Whatever.
Las Mipas. Yeah. Yep. All right, here we go, guys.
Where did you go to last time?
Las Mipas.
Let's meet us.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yes, sir.
Anytime.
Oh, and do me a favor. Get me a the lemonade slush.
From where?
From there. They have lemonade slushes.
From this kid from there.
Yeah. Oh, they do that at that Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah, that 50 should get it back.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
2?
Give me 2.
1, 2.
I'll just do. They're big. Can
Well,
you?
I've been driving since
Oh yeah.
this morning, and then
Okay.
I'm already past my lunchtime.
Right. Right. Okay.
He's going off pouring bed.
Yeah, he's gonna go pour surf weights. My son is working with us now, but he hasn't been taught how to pour the surf weights, and so we gotta show him. But he's also going to get his driver's license today, so we're waiting on that to go through, or we're waiting for him to come back from doing that.
Do you want anything to drink?
No, I'm cool. I got water and a soda in my car. Sure.
There you go. Short, 2 sands, 2 black tips, 2 bonnets, 1 hammer. Nice. One of the reel pin released last year. ICAST 7th generation, 10,500. Wow. See, I've been wanting to go to the ICAST, you know, deal, but it just every time it shows up, I'm like so swamped here I can't even leave and stuff like that. But eventually I'll get to the point where, you know, I can have enough guys handle the business here and I can leave safely and not come back to, you know, a lot of stuff not happening and stuff like that. So yeah. All right. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to add more lines. I can already see the color of the spool. Yeah, 250 yards. I can easily add another 150 yards of 50 pound and then go to 80 on top.
All right. You got it in the same color?
And you want orange to orange? I don't think I have 80 in orange, boss.
Oh, what do you have it? What do you have? You say?
In 80 pound, I have black, pink, blue, chartreuse, black.
Black.
All right, and then the 50 pound in orange, I should have. Okay, maybe I don't.
How much more yardage would it go in? Or when you said another 150 and another 100, 250?
Yeah, about 250 yards total. If I add more 50 pound to it.
What do you have in the 50? Pink? No.
I have chartreuse.
Go for it.
Chartreuse? Okay. Alright, so we're going to go with 50 pound of chartreuse. Yeah, and we're already placing our next order of braids to come in, so yeah. Keeping up with this braid is probably one of the most expensive parts. Besides, the 3 main expensive parts of the shop are the reels, the rods, and the line. Everything else, like, I mean, it's expensive, but yeah, I can.
That adds up real quick.
Oh yeah, spend several $1,000s and just not even blink an eye at it. You know, it's like. The Cortland and Tightline braid are the only 2 braids that we sell here out of the shop. I do have some leftover Diamond Memoy Gen 3, but once that is gone, I will not be purchasing it again to bring it in shop. And the reason for that is because I cannot, like, if I have any issues with it, I cannot call somebody on the phone and deal directly with them to get it sorted. I end up basically, it's a, what is it, a no return policy, or, you know, as is kind of deal, and I'm not okay with that, especially when customers are paying, you know, top dollar for braided lines and stuff like that. I need to be able to, hey guys, this is messed up, what can we do to fix it, kind of deal, you know. And with Diamond and all the other braids, I can't really do that, and so that's my biggest issue. So if I can't get somebody on the phone for you to get it fixed or made good, something like that, then I really don't want to sell their product in my shop. No, well, is the HXW a Raptor, or is it just an HXW single speed? Let's see. Let's see. Oh wow. Oscar sent me some pictures of some mounts that he got done up. That's a big old trout right there. Barracuda right there. Look like a dolphin there in the bottom. That is cool. Very nice, Oscar. Let's see. All right. HXW Raptor 3-speed. Oh no, that would be, that rod kit is what you need for a type of reel like that, because that reel actually puts out 50 pounds of drag. So yeah. No Uber. I think it did get sold, to tell you the truth. So I've ordered you a new reel. And that one, along with several others, are on the way. So yeah. Let's see. What pound test braid? You can do 65 pound or 60 pound and get like 1,000 yards of that, you know, and still put a top shot of some 80 or 100 pound braid on top, or run straight all 80 and still get like 600 to 700 yards if you're not casting the reel, you're just kayaking it. 321. How much line are you looking for on the reel, like total?
What was the green one on there?
321 total.
And what was the other one? No one was.
250. So the 120, no, 70. About 70 yards, yeah.
How much of the black would? 100 should be okay, or it's going to take more than that? So that's because
it'll take more than that to fill it up. Yeah. It'll probably be about 150 yards easy.
All right, go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Skipjack, what's yeah, I know I'll be out there. I'm trying to decide what day I'm gonna leave, because I gotta run by FTU to go pick up my gear from over there, and then go and meet up with the guys to get set up on the beach wherever we're gonna get set up, or figure out a game plan. Since I'm not from that area, you know, I'm gonna be going off of their guidance right there. So let's see. Yes, this is an MXL G1 series. It is a single speed.
Put 100 and see where it lays.
The what?
See, put like 100 and see where it'll stand.
With just 100 yards?
I would, well, when you get to 100, let me look at it and see what it'll be on this.
All right.
It's already, what'd you say, 2, you're at 3 right now, right?
320.
You didn't find out what was up with the YouTube deal?
No, like I said, yesterday they sent me an email kind of, I guess I haven't heard back from you kind of deal. I was like, oh, no, that's all I've been doing is responding to every single email, and I'm even giving y'all updates of what's going on or not going on with the channel, and don't tell me that, like, well, I guess it's assumed it's fixed. No, it's not fixed. Like, so I gave...
Because there's one guy that's on Ray that he'll be on and then he just throws them out. Is that the one guy you're having issues with?
What do you mean throws it out?
like his comment, and then it just throws a comment out. It gets deleted or whatever.
I don't think it gets deleted because I'm seeing his comment, and I'm going to show y'all here in a little bit too. Like, all I can do is thumbs up his comment. But, and what's crazier too now, before, if somebody commented on his, then I could comment under them. But now it's completely blocked me. Like, I can't, no matter how many people comment on it, if his comment's the first one, it will not allow me to. So, Ray, if you're actually watching the channel, do me a favor. I want to try something different. When you comment on there, comment under somebody else's comment. Let's see if I can then comment to you, because I need to be able to give them this info. Hopefully they can figure it out. But I also did complain to them that people were not getting notified when I go live. Like, they don't find out till hours later or days later that I was live. So I know that's been an ongoing issue. And, you know, I know that has really hurt my channel's visibility and stuff like that. But now that we're growing as far as we are, like, there should be some kind of help or assistance, you know what I mean? All right, there's 420. I could probably get another 30 yards on there to get it to.
So that'd be right at, so it'll be 100 of this one, and then it was 70 from the other one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right there? Okay. Alright, zero notifications. Why is it so dang satisfying to watch a fresh spool of line go on a reel? Soto, when you can figure that out, you let me know. But I know even for me, spooling it here in person, it's still very, like, I love seeing the line just magically appear on it. I mean, it's not magically, but it just continues to grow. And then when they get all filled up, and then the cliffhanger, it ends. You got to go to another reel.
I always dig when it's going and you can see where it's filling up and it's moving, and you can see it. And you can see, oh, it needs more here. And that's what catches my eye. Mine goes into zoom in on that part.
Yes, sir. That's why I actually started doing that, with like zooming in just on the reel so you can see where the line is going and stuff like that. Now, the only drawback to going live is that I can't create the other videos that I normally do. Like when I'm recording, I can go back and edit out a video short out of it and stuff like that, or combine them and stuff like that. And but I think there's a way to download that. Once it goes live, you can download it to your phone and then re-edit it. I need to look into that, because there's a lot of videos that I have in the channel that, man, that was great knowledge. Like, I want to cut that little segment out and share it and stuff like that. So
that one with that 1, 2, and 3, how you cut those parts out, like down like that.
Mm-hmm.
That caught my attention.
That was something I was like, man, how can I make it easier for people to understand besides repeating the step and stuff like that? All right. Could that reel handle a tuna? If so, how big? Yes, it can handle a tuna. I know that they've done Raptors and got into the 100 pounders with the, I believe he said it was an Essex or an MXL Raptor. And he got a 110-pound bluefin tuna, so yeah.
Finally got one.
Monkey was watching somebody cut grass on YouTube. I was telling him he could go outside and cut our grass. He said, it's not the same, Dad. Yeah, that is, yep. Oh man, or like, you know, the kids that are watching like these movies where there's so much, or like real life where there's so much drama and arguing and cheating and this and that. Oh.
Having too much fun.
Yeah. When they do that, it's just like, I was like, man, why do you want to, you know, you don't want drama here at the house, but you're going to go and watch somebody else's drama. Like, what's the whole point, you know? So, let's see. All right. Which one was it? Oh, the 65 right here. Okay, so we're doing 65 of the tight line that the customers brought in. Put this on here. Get it going. that was pretty funny. All right. Oh, we got the Joker in the making right here. And right here, guys, what I'm doing is I'm tying my anaconda knot. This is a knot that I delivered a while ago. Hello? What's up? Okay. Well, this is your shop phone, right? Okay. Can I text it to Nick, or if you can text me your number, that way I can text it to you, because I'm live on YouTube right now. Will do. All right, bye. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. Yeah, no, and that, or like they're watching them like clean up their room or go through their clothes and this and that. I'm like, man, you can go do that yourself. Like it's not the same. Like, oh crap. Yeah, no doubt. Looking at all these tricks and how to clean the pots and pans, and why don't y'all apply them? Like,
use that all the time.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, hold on. I gotta send out a text. My fat fingers. Okay. All right, there we go. All right. Get back on here. Where am I at? Okay. So with the anaconda knot, guys, if y'all are new to the channel, I tie this because years ago, and I'm talking over 15, 20, shoot, almost 20 years ago, I was sitting there and I was talking with David over there at the t-shirt gallery, and one of my guys called me up and was like, hey man, do you know how to tie braid straight to the spool? Or can you tie my braid straight to the spool? I was like, yeah. I said, but I don't want to use tape and I don't want to use mono, because we already saw the problems back then of, you know, mono stretching and stuff like that and creating a snake-like effect onto your braided line after, you know, usage of it. That, and I didn't like to use the tape because I saw it as a way for moisture to get trapped under your line and create a way for corrosion to start eating up your spool. So when I did that, I was sitting there and I was, you know, just kind of troubleshooting in my head, and I was like, I got an idea. I need to figure how to make the braid grip the spool and then keep cinching down on it, because obviously, you know, we don't want it to slip. Well, I'm going to be honest, at that time, we didn't really take into account the reels heating up enough for it to create a gap in the knot. That wasn't discovered as a problem or something that could be a problem till about 10 years later. And that was through a brainstorming talk with Scott over at Avid Reels, because he was telling us how they were testing their reels for the drag. Hard life. Hello. So he was telling us that when they had had some testing done on a T-Rex 50, that they couldn't get over like 30 pounds of drag, and it was fully spooled up and everything else, and they came back that they discovered that the braid was slipping on the spool, that it wasn't tied properly to the spool, or taped, or they were using mono or something like that. And he was saying that, so my knot wouldn't grip the spool and it's gonna fail. And I'm like, well, how do you test that, if it's completely? He's like, well, you got to cool off the reel enough to make it, be in the heat and then cool and then get hot again and stuff like that. And when metal obviously heats up, it expands, and then when it cools, it contracts, and that gap is what makes braid slip on the spool. So I was like, all right. So I grabbed one of my 80s and I threw it in the freezer, and sitting at negative 10 degrees for like 40 minutes. And then I pull it out and I have it on the fishing rod. So I engage the clicker, I turn on the drag, and I start pulling on the line. And I mean, I have, at that time, I think it was 130 pound mono or something on top, because I was still using solid braid at the time. So I started pulling on it, and you can hear click, 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 like it was moving the clicker. So that told me immediately that knot wasn't slipping. So yeah, throughout the years, we have learned different things or different tests that need to be done to ensure that knot doesn't slip, and it has surpassed them all. So I'm totally game for putting it on there like that. Now, a few years ago though, we had a crew out of the Houston or Dallas area. We did that with their smaller reels, but they were fishing during the winter, and they were down in the teens or whatever for extended periods of time, and they were talking about how that the braid was still slipping on the spool, and I was like, how can that be? I was like, I've tested on the bigger reels, and I was like, let me test it on the smaller ones. So I got one of my smaller reels, one of mine here. I threw it in the freezer. About an hour later, I pulled it out, and I pulled it like that, and sure enough, it's slipping on the spool. And so I was like, damn. I said, okay. So I was like, how can I create some kind of grip there without using mono, without using tape? Obviously, I don't want to glue the line straight to the spool, but I need something that, even though it gets as cold as it doesn't turn brittle. Because that's the thing. If it's brittle, that means once it gets cold, it will not grip anything. It has to remain malleable, even in cold conditions like that. And so I was sitting there, and my bottle of Gorilla Glue was sitting there, and it said it was great till like negative 80 or 100 and something degrees. I was like, So I had an idea. So I'm gonna put a small amount of glue, maybe a 1/4 inch wide, all the way around that spool where I normally tie the knot. So I did that. I let it cure, an hour later or whatever. Then I tied the knot on it, spooled it back up, threw the reel back in the freezer, and when I pulled it out, click, 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 I was like, awesome. So for guys that are in extremely cold temperatures with smaller reels, LXs, HXWs, or smaller, then I have to ask them, hey, what kind of conditions are you going to be fishing in? Because if they're going to be tying this knot on there and it's getting that cold for that long of a period, you have to create some kind of grip barrier that will allow it to. So yeah, so since then he's had zero issues, and I'm like, great. So that was the one rare one that the knot did slip, but it was because extenuating circumstances, fishing days on end in negative temperature or super cold temperatures. Yeah, so yeah. I have the same line on my purple Avid too. Great minds. Go straight purple. Call it Grimace. Right. Let's see. Yes, sir. That it does. Great color combination here. The only there's actually a couple of ones, and I'm gonna show them to y'all real quick. Tightline also has a brighter green that also can look good, but the Cortland, their braid also looks phenomenal on here as well. So those are a couple of the different colors that look really great with the line and stuff like that. So yes. Oh, that was quick. Breakfast is here. Breakfast is here. Yeah, the Hulk reel. That's for sure. I had a guy do the same color combination, but he had a joker rod built up, and that really set it off too. Be cool to do the joker, but have like, you know, the purple housing and maybe the red spool on the inside, and then green, you know, green line. Have all three colors in there. What pound was this? 65. Are we doing this all with 65, or are you going to put a top shot?
Wanted to put a top shot on it, but
Yeah, no, we still have plenty of room to do top shot. I'm going to get it to an even 400, and then I'll stop there. Yeah. If we do 80 top shot, right now we're at 400 yards. You'll probably get like 150 yards of top shot. If I go to 500, then you'll get like right at 100 yards of top shot.
put the 5, and I couldn't want 100. What's this one?
That seafoam?
How good is that color?
The Cortland?
Yeah, that's the Cortland band.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you want 100 yards of that, I think we have to jump from that now, because that's 100-pound test, not 80-pound test.
What other 80 you got? What color?
I've got chartreuse.
That's a little bit brighter than that one, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That one, no. I'll go with 80 on. That's 80 of that.
That's 80, yes.
But right for I just want 100 of that one.
Okay. All right. Well, let me take this up some. A dinosaur to catch. No, stop cussing on my channel, John. No Barney here, man. Alright, so I got 500 yards of 65 on here. I'm going to jump to the 80 pounds so we can get the 100-yard top shot.
You put 5 off, or what you put?
500. Yes, sir. You need a pen or a marker to mark it on there? There you go. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Back onto the channel. So what I'm doing here is I'm splicing the 65 into the 80 pound. The 80 pound will be the Cortland 16 strand hollow core braid. So there we go, got that.
That's the one I'm gonna put on that Vexit one I bought last time.
Nice. Yeah.
Our life when you had up there for the longest.
For the longest time. Yep. All right, Ray. Yeah, I'm wondering if you comment under somebody else, well, if it'll allow me to comment. And what I'll do is once I get done with the reels here, I will go back through and show you, man. Ray's comments, he's on there. There's a lot of comments that, you know, all I can do is give a thumbs up, or, you know, Toby and Bluegrass and several other guys that have gone through and commented on his, because at that time it allowed me to comment on theirs, but now it completely blocks me from commenting on any of his. So I want to do a test run, see if that works or doesn't work. But I know the guys from the YouTube channel were watching there, and they even saw where I went live, but they got notified. I'm like, well, they got notified. Why can't my guys that are subscribers for years get notified? Like, it's crazy. Yeah, Chris Shock won last night. There you go, 600 yards right there. Ka-chow, ka-chow, ka-chow. 300, I think it was 300, 350 last night, the winning.
350 or 320, something like it was. I think it was right at 3.
Right.
It might have been just a tad over it.
Well, I've got his ticket winnings over there, but yeah, it's on the live. 300 even, Toby. There you go. Thank you. Oh man, them tacos smoke. I like their salsa from there too. It's nice. Good flavor. Good bite to it. How many more we got after this one?
2 spin reels.
2 spinning reels. There we go. Add that.
Finish that one, get you some feed.
All right, there we go. That looks beautiful.
That's the one from Sharkotic that I want.
Oh, that's Sharkotic's, your winnings there. All right, guys. So that was through the Sharkotic YouTube channel. That was one of the prize winnings that he won there. So that's just another confirmation right there.
And that chip, the Sharkotic poker chip card thing.
Yes, sir. Awesome. All right. What reels you got? The spinning? Yeah, I got a little while longer on the before the video wants to cut out, so I'm gonna try and knock this out real quick. All right. What are we doing on this one?
You got a 50 blue?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that one right at probably 253.
And you want it all the way through the same?
Yes.
50? Okay.
Well, I want to know how far I can cast.
Oh, so you want a different color, like 100 yards?
This is, I don't know what the. What do you have in 40?
And saying they don't have any lines on there, so I can't. 40, I have.
I think it was like 325 on 40. I think that's what it was.
Got chartreuse. I've got chartreuse and 40.
Go ahead and put the chartreuse. But
Yeah, I think that's all I got. 40 is chartreuse.
go ahead and put
Oh, I got white.
white. I'll go with the chartreuse.
Here we go. We're gonna do the 16 strand in the hollow core by Cortland. 40 pound on the spinning reel.
Put 200 of that one and then put the 50
On top?
Yeah.
Okay.
100 on that.
And what is this? This is a Shimano 5500 long cast, right?
The old Tegra. Mono old Tegra. So when you cleaned up, you found all the other parts you were looking for.
The what?
When you cleaned up, you
Yeah.
found all those other.
Well, I found one of them. I'm still missing
Missing
another.
one?
Yeah. All right, here we go. And even for spinning reels, guys, we do the same thing. We can do my anaconda knot on here to get it to grip the spool. And even though a lot of the spinning reels have done some crazy stuff to allow it to grip the braid and stuff like that, my anaconda knot is still top notch to make it happen. So. Alright, here we go. Let's see.
Did you get your truck fixed?
No, not yet. Not yet. It's still, they're waiting on one specific part, but they're being told that basically I would have to buy the whole what part was that again? I forgot the dang name. I'll remember it here in a while. I gotta not think about it and it'll just come to me, you know.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
What, trying to remember something you can't remember, but when you're not thinking about it, it's right there. It's like, why? Why do you torment us like that? Oh yeah, no, definitely so here's the other thing. Well, no, that's Thursday, but I don't know if we're gonna have a fire drawing on Friday, guys, because I'll be at I think the tournament starts Friday afternoon. So normally if that's happening, I'm on the kayak. So probably won't be able to do the drawing. If I did do the drawing and we have a good area, very little wind, maybe I can do it once I've got all my baits ran and stuff like that, and I'll be good to go. So we'll see. See if we can take Bobby the Bobber with us for a fishing trip. So we'll see.
Who else had a drawing? Jacob have a drawing too, or?
Today, yeah, Jacob has one today through Instagram, I think it is. It's in my text. I'll talk about it again some more just to further push it. So. $5. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that, but it's got to be cash. Because credit card's gonna have to charge you the extra fee. So I can send it through him through a Cash App. And you said 200, right?
It's almost full anyway, right?
Yes and no. No, you still got room for your Top Shot, yes.
Buy a couple.
Can I have that? Oh, got it. Yeah. And we're doing
The blue.
the blue 50, right?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So now we're switching over to the tight line and the 50 pound, and we're looking for 100 yards. Okay. Thank you, Toby, for sharing that for sure. And it goes at 6 p.m. Eastern time, correct? For Jacked Up Leatherworks, fire drawing for the. God, man, my allergies are just kicking my butt right now. I can't recollect anything. This is crazy. Let's see, come on. Get in there. All right. What kind of rod do you have that HX on, Chris?
Low battery.
Oh, that's what it was saying. I heard it saying something, but I was in the middle of
Please charge battery.
saying something or
Please
whatever.
charge battery.
Oh, they take forever to charge. Like, and down there all day and it finally starts up. Wow. All right, there we go. Rocking. God, that chartreuse to that blue looks awesome. Oh man, I don't know. That could be it. That could be it, but I'm not gonna admit it. I'm not giving it that will over me. I'm gonna will it no. Right at 100 yards. There you go. 300 yards total, boss. Get in there. Trying to work the needle in, being a little bit of a pain now.
Thanks for breakfast. Yeah, that lemonade's good. That frozen.
Oh, you got one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really nice. So.
You ain't gonna do nothing the rest of the day, man.
Oh, oh no. Don't tease him with a good time. Yeah, no. We got to get an order done for bait bucket, so. There we go. Oh man, I definitely got to go to the chiropractor today. My back, my lower hip is just like right, the lower lumbar right above the pelvis is just
Cute.
nagging. He's nagging.
That one, it's a pursuit. Trying to see what the what do you keep asking? You got 30 was it?
It does 300 yards of 30, 420 yards of 20.
30. What do you have in 30?
I don't have any 30.
30.
No 30. Wait, no, I do. Chartreuse and orange. I should. Where is it? Tell me I already ran out. Wow, come on. I mean, it's definitely a good problem to have, but not when I'm not told that, hey, we're out of this line, you know?
Well, let's see. 40. What did you have in 40?
Chartreuse only.
All right, good.
But if you go with 40, oh, look, 30 right here. It's only a couple hundred yards, if that.
Go ahead and put it.
Put it, and then
Put it
go,
in.
and then go 40 on top. Okay.
Whatever that is. Well, let's see what that one is, and then we'll go how much on that other one.
Okay. All right, guys, so right here we have a Penn Pursuit 5000 that we're going to be spooling it up with the 30-pound hollow core and tight line braid. And then we're going to jump from that to, we believe 40-pound, but we'll see. But yeah, 30-pound right there. Okay, so most anglers spool the reels crisscross on the reel, and the reason for that is because years ago, when braid and all of that was slipping on the spool, or they weren't spooling it tight enough, they were getting line that would embed itself onto the spool, and basically it would create a break off. So what they were doing, by when you had lines that you're spooling up correctly like this, up and down, what it would do is it would embed itself. So what they would do every couple of hundred yards, they would do a cross pattern, a crosshatch pattern like this. And what it did was it blocked the line from going deeper than that. So they were able to get it undone. A lot of that had to do because, again, they weren't putting the braid real tight on the spool. And to keep it from embedding stuff, they would do that. But also, too, when the braid wasn't tied correctly to the spool, you would create that gappage in there, and they would still run into that problem. So that's where they came out with the idea, well, you need to tape it to the spool, or you need to put mono to the spool, because they never had those issues with monofilament. However, you would see those problems where you would get that snake-like pattern, and that was because the
But it would be
mono.
like sort of weave.
Yes,
back again.
yes. That it looked like waves in your spool. So, and because of that, that's when people started putting, the mono and the tape on there. But we've already proven where those two still fail. So, yeah. And the only time I've ever heard of like it needing to try to balance your spool, it was by the guys that do distance casting. But what they did was they would actually count how many rotations they would get, or how many cranks they would get from left to right on the spool to balance out the line on the spool in that form. So that way when they're casting off, if they kept that same formula as they're reeling in, from picking up their weight and stuff like that, it would help ensure that they were casting at the same rate of speed every single time. So I got to be honest, I was doing that for a little bit, counting up, but I got lazy. I got lazy and stopped doing it. But that is something of, truly determined guys that are, that's the profession. They want to be as best it can be, and that was one of the things that they learned helped them create the best casting for distance on it. So and so also too, now that we spool the braid tight onto the spool, and also too that we have a knot that doesn't slip, and we don't have to worry about that issue again of the braid embedding itself into the spool under a lot of pressure. That piece of tape hurt. It hit me on it slapped me on the palm. That hurt. All right, so 5. That can't be 500.
You added it with the other one.
So it had to be 200 because the 300 that was on there. Yeah, 200. Okay, I'm cool with that. There's no way. There's no way there's 5. There's no way, bro. Especially with 30 pound on there. No. I'll 2. I forgot to zero out the line counter after the last one. So yeah.
How much would it fit on that?
Oh man, you got the whole top
part.
Yeah, the top part. So yeah.
If you could get 100 of
The 40 pound on there?
yeah, I think it was what? Chartreuse or blue or whatever.
Chartreuse?
That's one.
All right, so we're going back to the 40 pound. Let's see. West Virginia with the family. Nice. Country jig. The hollow core braid sells from 16 cents a yard to 25 cents a yard, depending on what weight class of line you're going with. Several of the braids are the same price, like 20 and 30 pound, or at 16 cents a yard. And then you got like 40, 50, and 65 will be at 16 cents a yard, and then you got 80 and 100. And then you got 100, 130, or 80 and 100 on one, and then 130, 150, 200. Those are most of the braids that we carry, that we sell it by the yard. So. Oh, okay. So you're getting ready to do some hunting there, Joshua, or are you just scoping the scene? I don't know when hunting seasons are, so gotta ask that. And Country Jig, where are you from, boss? That is definitely a new subscriber here, or if you've been here a while, first time seeing that name on here. And feel free to ask your questions, boss. We don't allow any trolling here, so you ask questions, you get legit knowledge back for sure. We do keep it family orientated as well, because we got kids and that are on the channel wanting to ask questions as well, so we're all about it. You can call our shop at 361-334-2171. That is our shop number. I'm live right now, so if you want to give a few minutes after I end the video, if you want to call, or I mean, but you can call now, because it just it gives us the ability to share the questions that you're asking us with the channel, because some people sometimes forget or don't want to ask questions, and those are the ones that we can't help with, you know what I mean? I'm free from West Tennessee. Cool. No, my dad moving to California. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Man, that's gonna be sweet. Yep. Alright, here we go. So we got 200 yards of 30 right here, and we're gonna top shot it with 40. I'm at 123 yards. There we go. I'm having to do the math in my head because I forgot to zero out the line counter after I did the last reel, so. And right here, what y'all seeing me do is I'm braiding the tail end back in on itself. So basically it makes this tippet twice the line strength. So instead of it being 40, it's now 80 pound test, which is great for when you're tying into your leader or your lure and stuff like that. It adds that extra strength on there, so. And we are good. Good. Got 120 on top, boss.
That'll work.
There we go. Got that. There we go. Pin Pursuit 5000. 320 yards. Ooh, let's see. That it? That's all of them? Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. So we're at three hours, and the phone is going to die here shortly. So just a heads up, we are doing a 100,000 subscriber mark giveaway. To get into it, you got to comment with all of our sponsors that are hooking us up with gear. We're going to be adding a few more. I'm just waiting for the proper information to come through, so that way we can confirm it and stuff like that, because
definitely, you know, the advertisement that does come through the channel and through all the support from everybody on the channel, being proactive with it, is really important, guys. So also too, for those of y'all that choose to buy gear from those sponsors, be sure to let them know y'all saw it through our channel, because that's how we keep them happy. That's how they know that the gear that they're giving us, that they're paying for out of their pocket to give to us, is giving them what they need, and it's advertisement. It's willing to help us with more. So obviously, the more people that buy the product either through us or from them, and they know it's coming from us, the more willing they are to give us more and bigger prizes. So this is just helping us help you, help them, and it's a full circle, guys. Without our customers, without our subscribers, we could not keep doing what we're doing. So, and without y'all's input on those areas, they will not keep giving us prizes and stuff like that. So it definitely helps, guys. So again, y'all have a good one. I'll talk to you later. I'm about to go eat breakfast. Only a couple hours later.